Hey everybody, this is Strategywizard. This is my son Nathan.
Hello.
And this is my cousin Zack.
Hey.
Okay, so today we're going to be doing a review of Melissa and Doug's Suspend. As most of you might know, because their products aren't exactly hard to find, Melissa and Doug does a lot of kid-friendly things, and this is a kids game that they came up with, and I really like it. I'm excited about it because it's something that Nathan enjoyed for his Christmas gift. So let's see if we all think that it's good, just like Nathan does. So let's show how to play. We all have it set up. So we'll go ahead and let Zach get us started. Now, there's two ways to play, I should say. There's a beginner that we're not going to show, but it's pretty straightforward. You have an orange, a red, a green, a blue, a yellow, and a black piece. Each one, it gets shorter as you go, and you can play the beginner where everyone takes turns placing their longest and the next longest all the way down to the shortest. Whoever runs out first wins, because as you place them, if any fall, guess what? You get them. So it's like Uno in the sense that the more pieces you have, or cards in Uno's case, it's bad for you. You want to run out. Yeah. But the way we're going to play, and the way Zack's going to show you, you roll the die, which has all the different colors on it, and what color turns up, that's what you place. So, go ahead and show us.
I rolled a red.
Okay.
So, basically, I place my red.
Very simple, very straightforward. Starting off easy for kids and easy for adults. So, Nathan, now you go and take your turn.
Now, I get a black, so I'll get a black, I'll place it ever so slightly and slowly, that way it doesn't fall. Okay, so it made it.
Good job.
Good.
So now I'm going to take my turn. I got red. Now, here's the thing, and this is where it can get a little more interesting and hectic. You'll notice there's an obvious centerpiece, but you can also place on these non-center pieces. And let's say I want to do this. Now, whenever you place, you have to use one hand only. You can't use two hands. And you can place anywhere you want. You can place in a notch or on a straight edge. It's your choice, but the only thing you can't do is replace in a notch that's already been taken.
Yeah, you can't do that. Whenever a player's already playing this, you can't do that.
So I'm going to be very careful.
Very careful.
Okay, good to go. Okay, Zach, you take a turn.
He says he's careful, but that's a really bad play. All right, I got yellow. Now, the yellow piece is a special piece because it does not have a center notch. So it is always hung precariously no matter how you play it.
Yeah, it's the only one like that. So whenever you roll yellow, you kind of get a little depressed.
That one's kind of hard, too.
Okay, so a piece fell. So now Zach gets that piece.
Which is bad for him.
Bad for him.
I'm bad at this game.
Okay, so now it would be Nathan's turn. Okay, you got black. Now, here, hey, in this case,
now
go ahead.
In this case, because he rolled black, he has to pull from player number 4 that doesn't exist, which is the pool. It could also be players 3 and 4.
Yeah, because just as a reminder, this is a 2 to 4 player game, so there's a full set of 4 pieces here. And in this case, the 4th player's pieces are a pool for everyone else. So yes, Zach's right. He's going to pull from that pool.
Now, if that black piece was missing from the pool already, he would then pull from the next player's black piece.
Yeah, it could be mine or Zach's. It'd be Nathan's choice. Basically, whoever has the most pieces, he'd pull from them because he doesn't want to help anyone else too much.
Right.
Okay, so go ahead and place that.
Ever so slightly, so slow.
Okay, so Nathan has made it a very balanced act right now. Very safe for everybody. I get the luck of being able to place my yellow and hoping that it doesn't fall. Okay.
Much better than me. Thank you, Nathan. I got a blue.
Why?
We're going to get a little interesting here.
Why?
Okay, he's going to try to balance things back out a little bit
Why?
while not knocking off the yellow, which is the one that's the most dangerous at this point. Okay, Nathan, you go ahead and take your turn.
I've got a black.
Okay, so once again, you have to pull from. You can choose who you want to pull from, but you want to pull from Zach because he got those extra wonderful pieces from earlier.
Yeah, some wonderful pieces. Now I could go right here.
Okay, you're gonna play it safe.
What?
Oh, maybe you're not.
Maybe I'll just play right here. Since there is one.
Okay, now for teaching purposes, I'm going to pretend I rolled an orange because the orange is noteworthy because it has the most slots. You'll notice there's only one centerpiece, of course, obviously, but there's a whole bunch of notches that are off center. So if whenever you play this one, it can be you can make it really vertical if you so choose. However, one rule that you have to take note of is that if you place a piece and it makes anything touch the table, you have to replace your piece, which can be very dangerous because taking it back off and putting it back on is even more hazardous than anything else.
It's intense. It might fall off again, and then you're going to get your piece back.
So this is how you play, and again, the idea here is anybody, you can play safe or you can play hazardous, however you want to play. Obviously, if you're playing with a bunch of kids, you're going to want to play
very balanced.
Yes, but if you're playing with a bunch of adults, then you might be having a little more fun making it hard on everybody. So that's how you play. Let's talk about components. Zach, what do you think?
I like the components. I will say, the metal construction is nice, the wood construction is nice. I don't think they're going to wear out anytime soon. I do like the fact that they're color coded. I will say that, and I think I mentioned this earlier, the color pieces on these pieces of metal I could see coming off eventually, but not anytime soon, mostly with kids' hands.
Yeah.
I can imagine them playing with it and pulling the sleeves back, but that's very minor and doesn't change the gameplay whatsoever.
That's true, that's true.
So I like it.
Okay, Nathan, what do you think about the components? Do you like them?
I like them, and also it's metal, so it's hard to break.
But yeah, they're very sturdy. I mean, these things, you could hurt someone with them if you wanted to, obviously. Hopefully, with a kid's game, you're not beating people up with it, but just that's how strong it is. These things are really good metal. Now, what about the die? Does everyone like the die?
Love the die. Engraved, rounded edges.
White colors.
Yeah, everything that you would want from a good die, it has. I mean, it's got, I would say, it's maybe not as heavy as some, but I don't think anyone's really worried about it. This will get the job done. Everyone's gonna like this just because it, well, go ahead, Nathan, go ahead.
And I also like it because it's not like blue and not so boring. It can be colors, and I really like colors now.
Yeah, it's nice to have a lot of colors in it, and of course, and one thing that I like about this, and I know this doesn't necessarily even matter. The only reason I'm saying this is there's another game that we own that we'll be reviewing sometime soon where the die has a lose a turn side. I'm glad this one doesn't have that. You just roll, you get the color, and the only time you lose a turn, and this, we can decide if we, what we think about this. But if you roll a color and nobody has it,
because it's all up here,
then you will lose your turn. That's the only way that'll happen. Now the question is that a problem? What do you think?
I honestly don't think it is, because like in Uno, I realize this isn't Uno, but in Uno and games like that, typically if you can't play, you lose a turn. In fact, most of the time you get penalized. At least in this game, you don't technically get penalized other than the fact that you don't have to take a turn, which, I mean, let's face it, that means no chance of getting extra pieces.
That is true. That is true. You could be saving yourself from disaster depending on what's going on up here.
And might I mention that because this is a six-sided die and there's 6 pieces, even if you lose the die, it doesn't matter. You can play with a regular die.
That's true.
So it's not a crucial piece, but it's a nice, well-made piece.
That's true. That is true. Nathan, what do you think? Do you like the fact that are you okay with the fact that you could lose a turn? Does that bother you, or are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Okay, and I'll agree on this level that it makes it to where it's designed to make sure you put as many pieces up here as possible. That way, you don't just keep on rolling to place your pieces. If you will have to play other pieces, and it's a design I can understand. It can be frustrating if it happens too many times in a row.
Yes.
I'll just say that.
Yes.
But it probably won't. So and if you want to make a modification, you can. That's the other thing. It's not like you have to. Yeah, you can make house rules if you so choose. Now, so we agree on the components being good. What about replayability? Is it replayable?
I think it is. I really do think that this is a lot better because it is a twist on Jenga in the sense that building the structure is the fun part, and watching it fall is fun too. Let's face it.
Yeah, it is.
But on top of that, the fact that you don't have these, you're not having to meticulously try to line up, the tower like in Jenga. In this case, it's got a lot of replay value for the simple fact that it's a more fun version. It's easy to teach. You can teach anybody, which means you can play with anybody, as well as kids and adults. And like you said, you can amp up the challenge.
Yes, right.
By placing pieces like this that are very they're hung very unsafe.
Yeah, they're ready to fall. They want
ready to fall. Exactly. So that makes it a lot more fun.
And the good thing is, let's say you have a bunch of kids in your family and they're all young, they can play this. Jenga, they have to be able to set it all up and balance it. Here, you don't have any setup like that. So kids can play it by themselves without an adult helping them. I think that's a big benefit. Mm-hmm. So Nathan, what do you think about the we're talking about replayability, right?
Yeah, replayability.
Replayability. What do you think? Is it worth playing over and over again? You're going to enjoy it every time?
I will.
Do you think it's more replayable than other games that you have in your collection?
It is.
Yeah, I agree, just in the sense that every time you play, it's exciting, it's tense. It's the tension whenever the pieces start going crazy. And I'm going to tell you, we haven't shown you how crazy it can be, but it can get to the point where moving the whole thing starts shifting in crazy, scary ways, and you're just trying to just ever so gently let go of your piece because, whoa, man, let me tell you. But again, you can make it as tense as you want depending on who you're playing with. Now, all that being said,
let's also talk about the learning curve here. Especially for young ones, this is a game of leverage. So it does teach as well as play. That's right. And I think that's a big critical factor because even I wasn't expecting it to be as hard as it was for me, but it gets easier once you've played it. It does. You kind of understand the quirks. So
strategically,
it's in. That's the other side of the coin. Is it does have a lot of strategic value for if you want to place a piece in a very dangerous way, you can. And you can lose. Yeah, you may or may not get good results, but you can always try. And that's part of the fun is, making that choice, trying to decide, do you want to make it harder on the next person and take that chance of your own? You're taking a chance anytime you do that. And, of course, it's a dexterity game. Nathan, do you think you're good at this game? Is it good? Is it easy enough for kids to play being a dexterity game like this?
I think it is.
So, did you win the last game you played?
I did.
That's right. He won the last game that we played. So, obviously, for kids, they can do it. I mean, and honestly, kids are probably better at dexterity anyway, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, especially with these, with how small the pieces are and everything.
Yeah.
It is difficult for me to try to get my big lunky arms in there.
And apparently Nathan has some talent here because he's won other times before without anyone trying to give him any handicaps. So kids can play it. It's not a dexterity game that's going to be so hard that kids are getting frustrated. It's effective. So you have enough strategy for adults. But there's also just the fun dexterity part of it to make it fun for everyone. It's just something anyone can play. So that being said, does anyone else have any things they want to bring up before we go to the review?
Nope. I think that's it.
What do you think?
I like it. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Mostly because it is it's not completely original with the it's kind of a remix on Jenga, but at the same time, it's so much better. Yeah. It's so much better.
It is.
And the versatility of having kids and adults being able to play it, and the fact that the cleanup is throw it in a tube.
Yeah. You just pop it in a tube, bam,
it's not hard. It's not hard to get out and build either.
Yeah, so. It's very easy to bring to the table. It's like this is one of the better dexterity games for just teaching people and being easy to play, quick, put on the table, have fun, put it up.
Yeah.
Nathan, what do you rate it?
I'll rate it an 8 out of 10 because I think it's good. I mean, you're trying to ever so slightly get it to do it. I mean, it's scary too.
Yeah, you like that scary aspect where you're
thrill.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an adrenaline rush, isn't there, Nathan?
Right.
Not that you know what adrenaline is yet, but that's okay. So in your opinion, this is probably one of your favorite games.
It's one of my favorite games.
Okay, and I'm going to agree with Nathan on 8 out of 10 because for a kids game, I think it does an exceptional job of being enjoyable for adults and for kids, easy setup for kids, and it's an excellent quality components, good replay value. I'm glad we bought it. It works well, and I don't know. I'm actually surprised it's this good. I'm just going to be honest. Whenever I saw this, I was thinking to myself, how good can that really be? And I'm going to tell you, when you're playing it, it gets really good. So
yeah, I'm just really bad at it.
Well, you just need a little more practice.
Yep.
But that being said, we appreciate you watching the review, and kudos to my cousin Zack for showing up to participate and be a guest on our channel. Nathan, did you have anything else you want to say before we go?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, we appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed the video, we'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe. Leave down in the comments if you have any questions or anything like that, if you think I left anything out.
Hit that like button.
Yeah, please do. I appreciate everything, and I will see you on the next video, and maybe other people will too. We'll be here. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.